Hey, so a lot of my friends and family use Apple products, whether that's the Apple iPhone, the MacBooks, or even the iPad series, and tons of other Apple products out there. And the one thing that they sort of complained about these products over and over again was that the repair ability of these products isn't as easy as, let's say, any other. And that's because Apple is restrictive in the way it does repairs. You needed to go through an authorized repair center as well as an authorized technician up until yesterday, which was November 17th. But following the announcement of self-repair now being available for Apple devices, it means you can literally repair your own iPhone if you've got enough information on how to do so, and it makes it a lot more easier for anyone who owns an Apple device, which is really good for the consumer and really great news overall. Now, for the time being, this program is only rolling out for people who own an iPhone 12, an iPhone 13, or any Mac device with the M1 chipset. There's no talk of the iPad being enrolled into the service, but I can only assume that this is going to happen in the future as well. And how's it going to work? Well, right now, there's nothing on how you can access it, but this will come into effect in 2022. There's going to be a special website available first in the USA that will enable you to buy up to 200 different things that you need to repair your iPhone or your Mac. And that way you can then go and purchase that product and repair it either yourself using the manual provided, or you can go to a local technician and they can have it replaced for you. And the crazy thing about this is that Apple will also incentivize you sort of recycling products. So let's say if there's something wrong with your iPhone 13 and there's one component that isn't working anymore, you can definitely buy that component off the website. And if you give Apple the broken component to recycle, you get credit off of the new component, which I guess encourages the value that Apple is always promoting, which is that sustainability is the number one thing they want to do. They removed the chargers from the iPhone series not so long ago, and I think they're continuing this policy, which is really, really good. The one thing that's slightly confusing to me though is that if you're not tech savvy enough to replace the component yourself or remove it yourself, how do you go about doing so? Do you first order the component, then go to the technician and have it replaced? Or maybe you visit the technician first, ask them what the problem is, then they tell you to order the components and then go ahead and do the technician business. And that way you can then get credit for your older components as well, and you sort of have that cycle. That's a bit of a challenging scenario for me, but aside from that, I think this is a great win for the consumer, because not so long ago I read that the iPhone 13, if you replaced the display on the iPhone 13, Face ID would stop working, which was completely bizarre to see that Apple had tied in their proprietary components with Face ID working. They're sort of working on a fix to, remove that. But now with self-service out there, it is going to be just much easier to do so. Initially, it's going to work for things like batteries and cracked screens, but over time, it will work for more intricate parts. And I think that's where things will start to get really, really interesting. As great as all of this sounds, it's only good if it starts rolling out to everyone out there. So as I mentioned, 2022 is when the website will go live, and the first region to get this will be the USA. Now, over the last couple of years, I've noticed that Apple things definitely come to the USA first and then roll out to other regions. And if the same trend continues for this, it might be 2 or even 3 years before we see this in the UAE. And I hope that's not the case. I'd really like to see Apple pushing this out and having sort of a global perspective on this, because then everyone who owns an Apple product anywhere in the world will be able to access the service. And I think that's where it'll do the most good. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Apple's new decision. I think it's a welcome one, and I think it's great that Apple is encouraging other people to be able to, fix your iPhone, fix your Mac, and just move on with the rest of your day without having to go through an authorized reseller or an authorized technician. All of that, it just adds more and more things and complicates the process. So great job from Apple, really appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Do like and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.